comes a new challenger.
This is a mirror match, which means it's not just about the win, but about your pride as a player too. This is a must-win fight. The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. You can use a drive rush like that there to maintain the pressure. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Jump in, finds the mark. Gets the jump in. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Right lead opens up. Gets them. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. A show gets in. Still scrapping for control of the space. Gets them with the anti-air. Do they have enough drive rush to keep it going? Both fighters planning something? Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Backs them into the corner, finds the target. Oh no, they're stunned. Right lead is there, but still anyone's game. Player 2 gotta do better than that. Flatline game. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Smart play to stop the opponent. A trade, but they're not worried. Clutch anti-air. Nice fireball. What are they gonna do? Drive rush to keep it going. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Oh, burnout! Did they mean to do that? Still alive? Still alive? Couldn't finish them off! Can they still take the round? Flatline zone. Player 2 showed they are truly the best of the best. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that runback. Jumps up. Player 2 chases him down. Grabs him. All right, what's coming up next? This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Projectile to try and change the situation. Holds out with the block. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. And the throw ends the round. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Sees the overhead coming and blocks it. Jumps in. Jumps. Overdrive a Shogaki for more damage. Still slugging it out at this range. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Burn out, but they may have a plan here. A real test of nerves here. Player 1 has depleted their drive, slams on the brakes, and just what a finish! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Clutch parry! Barely blocks the jumping. Very slip, tries to make something happen with an overdrive arm. Player, ooh, what a smart throw. Genius read with that throw escape. Like, there's a burnout. Oh, here we go. Keeps them out. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Do it to them. Show the people what they came to see, you. Are we going to see a comeback? No. Critical art now? Oh, hits the critical art. They got to punch out the protection, punch out the rulers, and think of a plan while this damage plays out. It's over! Player 2 is gonna be watching replay.
Here comes a new challenger.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match. All right, first round. What's going to happen? Goes for the surprise rush in. Good anti-air. Player one with the life lead. The low heavy hit. What's the play here? Does a good job of pushing back. This is where things will get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both fighters. KO! Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Pokes with a medium kick. Player one needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player one will charges forward. Still slugging it out at this range. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Looking to impress with this super. The super hits and this looks like it's gonna kill. Taking no prisoners. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Deal some damage with that quick combo. Checks with the projectile. There's a drive rush to throw the opponent off balance. Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? That's some big juicy damage of KO. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Okay, they trade hits. Grabs them. Connects with medium kick. Player two got smothered. But what now? Can they stop this life lead from getting bigger? Knockdown and strikes back with the overdrive arrow. Getting tipsy with the devil inside. Player one will look to apply pressure here. Swagger step. Scrapping it out up close. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Time for a drink. Barely blocks the jump in. Leg save. Feeling a real buzz. Low heavy. Oh, here we go. Who'll set the bait at this range? Happy hour. All in with a rush. Ooh, what a smart flow. Full super arcade. You'll cut that boy off. He's had too much. Drive rush closes it out. Player one gets. This is a mirror match, which means it's not just about the win, but about your pride as a player too. This is a must-win fight. Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Handily escapes the throw. You can use a drive rush like that there to maintain the pressure. Player two pushes the opponent into the corner. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Player two will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Taking stock. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Knockdown. blocks the low heavy, sees it coming and blocks it out. Told they couldn't shake the projectile. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Gets the jump in. Very slick with the combo. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. That's the jump in they were looking for. Hit them with a stop and block. Both good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. Experiencing burnout. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Burnout, but they may have a plan here. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? Went for the chip kick. Player 2 comes away with the win. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Opts for the air-to-air encounter. Starts off zoning with fireball. Player 1 has the light view. Blocks the jump in. Okay, they trade hits. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Gets the knockdown, and now uses the drive rush. What a finish. Great read on the life gauge there. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Did well to get the buff in there. Opts to continue the attack with the drive. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. What'll happen here? Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Drive boost, drive rush to keep it going. Clean parry. Burnout activates. Going in. Player 1 sneaks in the throw. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Checking their reactions with a fireball? It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Both fighters look to set things up as they continue to jostle for position. Throw is denied. What a read! This can lead to some big damage. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Links it. Sticks out a kick. Low heavy. A trade. No one. Impact squat. Player 2 has got a burns out. Connects with the throw. Player 2. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Uh-oh. This could really tip the scale. Noticeable pumps the brakes on the impact. Going in. Flatlines them. Player 2 comes away with the...
Here comes a new challenger.
It's time to see what both fighters have in store for us today.
Round 1.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Gets a chance with that jump lead. Deals some damage with that quick combo. Lots of aggression from both sides. Maintains composure and pushes out of the point. Knockdown. Will the drive parry here open things up for them? Knockdown. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive. Finding it tricky to manage their drive. Sticks the combo. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. The fight continues in the middle of the stage. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Medium kick. Who's going to start things off? Got their eye on the air. Springs forward with a drive rush. Player one needs to use the threat of the corner here. Nails the overdrive arrow kick. What'll happen here? Drive rush to keep it going. Goes with the safe stuff with that target counter. All in with a rush. Are we gonna see it read the jump in perfectly? What's next? Drive rush. This is a critical moment. Dashes out the cage right there.
It's kills.
This is gonna kill. No doubt about it.
It's go.
That was the highest I've ever seen.
Jamie.
Ooh, I dare you to find me a better match than that. Get up and tell him what's good. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here?
Round one. Fight.
This is crucial. The opening round is about to begin. The combo's there. Lots of aggression from both sides. Will the drive parry here open things up for them? Takes a trip. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Player one creates a good KO. Player one sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Player one has a slight life lead that they may sit on. Springs forward with the drive rush. Opts to continue the attack, experiencing burnout. Player one needs to use the threat of the corner here. Drive rush to keep it going. Genius read. KO! Player one took no time to finish that fight.
Round one. Fight.
They choose to run it back. Let's get right to it. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're going to eat tons of damage. Will the drive parry here open things up for him? Gets a chance with that jump. Grabs a solid advantage after that big combo. Player one is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. They had the radar up and running. Order makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Taking stuff, and that's a KO. Timed that perfectly.
Round two.
Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Player one won out those close scuffles, and now they gotta have a plan for the next round. Looking for a chance. Shows the medium kick. Oh, burnout triggered. Not much life left, but their drive usage may save them. Oh, is this it? Or are they still in? And it's just enough. Solid read on the bars. Player one took...
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Goes for the throw. Can they use the corner to mount a comeback? Lots of aggression from both sides. Player one is just about out of drive alcohol. Gets a good read on their opponent. Player two is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Their life is looking critical, and they can't rely too much on drive either. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. From up above, KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Brushes off the impact. Peppers them with a Psycho Blitz. Still very early in the round. Drive rush to keep it going. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Kill rush. Big throw. One springs forward with the drive rush. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. All in with a rush. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Yo, we're dealing with a real gambler here. Go on life and is still willing to risk it all on this critical art to deal the cash money damage they need. Dangerous range here. Turns out. Player 1 can't afford mistakes without that drive stage. Closing moments of the match. One hit. Oh my god, what a throw tech! Lots of distance here. Who's baiting who? Oh, critical art now? This is gonna kill. No doubt about it. What a finish! Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion.
A new warrior has entered the ring!
We're in for something special right here, right now.
Round 1. Fight!
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Deftly shuts out the jump kick. Throws him down. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Good job blocking the jump kick. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Did well to get the buff in there. Knockdown. Capitalizes on every mistake and picks up the perfect KO. Player 2 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up? Doesn't miss a beat. Goes for the jump in. Going in. Big throws. Whiffs with that huge attack. Side hustle to start something? Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Experiencing burnout. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. Not much life difference. Risky up close scrap still going. Buffs up. Side hustle. Breaks it. Burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Flatline zone. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Starts things off with a jump in. Shows a medium kick. Medium kick. Here comes Rosa. Quick breather. Player walls flat into the guard frame. Spends it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it. Good presence of mind to pull the trigger. Are we gonna see a comeback here? This is so tense. Reads the jump in perfectly. Flatline zone. Woo! I dare you to find me a better match than that. Get up and tell him what's good. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Smart play with the throw. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. If they can't escape this rock-solid corner pressure, this round is over. Can't tech the throw? Their life is looking critical, and they can't rely too much on drive either. Down to the wire. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Nails the anti-air. Not close enough for the throw. A quick breather. avoids getting stuck in to come from the brink like that? What a comeback! Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Connects with medium kick. Takes the chance to hurt him. Breaks the block with a throw. Scrapping it out up close. Player 2 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Gets them with the anti-air. Experiencing burnout. It's a good spot to use the super. I can Dantai Raku. Playtime's over. Wow, that's some big time. Ooh, what a smart close. A real test of nerves here. Drops him hard. This is gonna hurt. That final push at the end paid off in spades. When you have a chance to finish it, they're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? The combo's there. Throws him down. There's a drive rush to throw the opponent off balance. Drive rush. Gets in their face. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Taking stock. Shoots off a fireball up close. Neither fighter is willing to back down from this exchange. Knockdown. Life lead opens up. Springs forward with the drive KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Turns the drive gauge. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Taking stock. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running. How will they utilize this? Oh no, they're stunned. Knockdown and flushes that off and keeps going. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. But looking to impress with this super. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. What'll happen here? Springs forward with a drive rush. What were they thinking? Player 1 can't afford mistakes without that drive gauge. How did they read that throw? Oh, burnout! Did they mean to do flatlines up? Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. We're finally ready to begin this long-awaited fight. Our players look primed and ready. Throws them. What's next? Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. If they can't escape this rock-solid corner pressure, this round is over. Time to do some damage after that wall splash. KO! Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Dashes forward. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Dashes up. Doesn't miss a beat. Burnout activates. Player 1 is KO. Player 1 took no time to finish that fight. So, what are our fighters planning in this opening round? Finds the time to squeeze in above. Goes for the drive rush there. Big counter. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Gets them. Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Fires off in overdrive. Nails the anti-air. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they drive rush to keep it going. going in. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player 2 experiencing burnout. Dashes up. Barely blocks the jump in. Goes for the Shin Hashogeki. A super art? Adamant flame. What'll happen here? Good job escaping that dangerous corner situation. Close it. What a finish! Player 1.
Here comes a new challenger.
It's time to see what both fighters have in store for us today.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Opts for the throw. Finds the time to squeeze in above. Still slugging it out here. Lays on the pressure with the projectile. Will they incorporate that full drive gauge they have into their game plan? What's the play here? Decides to buff up while they can. Taking stock. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Life lead opens up. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. Burnout activates. Both players all out. They're going for the super art. That's not gonna hit. Roughing up the body. Who will capitalize on an opening in there? Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Dashes there's an overdrive shorty. Goes forward with a gut punch. Doesn't miss a beat. Side Hasho to start something. Big throws. Throws a fireball. Uha's there to give them even better returns on their investment. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Ooh, what a smart blow! Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Fires off the Shinku Hadouken. The super doesn't hit. Player 2 charges up the plasma. Both sides getting closes it out. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Buffs while they're blinking. Opts to continue the attack with the drive. Throws them. Breaks the block with a throw. Scrapping it out up close. Player 1 with a slight lead. Will they capitalize? Keeps them out. All in with a rush. A jump in. Links it. Medium kick. Get drilled with an overdrive shoryuken. A fireball at that range. Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up with a rematch. Gets the combo. Fireball from very long range. What's next here? Player 1 has the life lead. Now they get pushed into the corner, or it's going to be very difficult to escape. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Takes a trip. Decides to buff up while they can. Neither of them willing to back off here. Intercepts. Slick anti-air finish. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Player 1 has a slight life lead. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Throw connects and does big damage. Goes for the rush. Burnout active wraps it up with a decisive combo. That's what happens when you... Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Difficult situation for a throw. Player 1 has the life lead. Backs them into the corner. Drive rush. Gets in their face. Solid combo. KO. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Jump, charges forward. Scrapping it out up close. Going on the offensive. Dashes. Quick breather. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Oito throw. You can't let him close in like that. Both fighters planning something. What a read with that outside air. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? The last round. It's now or never. Dashes up. Charges forward. Player 2 makes it look easy. Perfect game management. Both sides getting ready. Plenty of health. Full gauges. Let's go. Player 2 is in a very good spot now. Oito! What now? Down on what are you jumping in for? Player 2 is on... They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Gets the jump in. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. The grab misses. Knockdown. Snipes him out the air. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Player 1 got completely shut out that round. Can they make a comeback? Knockdown and... this is charges forward. Plenty of life left. A full drive gauge to work with. They have tons of options at their disposal. Going springs forward with the drive rush. Grabs and throws them away. Drive rush to keep it going. Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Big opportunity now in this corner. A real test of nerves here. Player 2, well now that is a punish. The pressure must be driving them nuts. Flatline game. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Open pumps him hard. The last pumps the brakes on impact. Player drives it back, misses. Excellent damage on that. Rushes in. Taking chunks out of each other here. Both are red crowns them from above. Changes the flight plan. Player 2 is in a very good gotta do better than that. Totsugeki to the face. The low kick hits. A real test of nerves here. In attack range. Just what they were after. Get that back and count.
A new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. Denies that throw attempt. Goes for an overhead. Checks with the projectile. He tries to throw but doesn't connect. The drive rush to try and keep up the attack. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Life lead opens up. Good job blocking the jumper. KO. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Checking their reactions with a fireball? How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Dashes! Checks them with a projectile. Medium kick! Gets a risky pop in. Knockdown and... Player 1 needs to use the front of the corner here. All in with the KO! Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Puts one in the pocket. Still slugging it out here. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. Plenty of life left in both fighters, but a big difference in drive. How can they use this to their advantage? Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. Can't tech the throw? Projectile to try and change the situation. The fight continues in the middle of the stage. The throw misses. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Life experiencing burnout. Life lead is opening up, but that could still be overcome with smart drive KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Overdrive Hadouken. Dashes up. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Big throws. A trade, but they're not worried. It's a good spot to use the super. The super hit, and this looks like it's gonna kill. Taking no prisoners. Player 1 brings...
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight? All right, first round. What's going to happen? Gets a chance at that jump. Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. The jump-in is denied. Not shy with the grab. Knockdown. The super armor, were they baiting them into that? Heading into the end. What a finish. Great lead on the life gauge there. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Triggers Toxic Blossom to stack the deck. Still slugging it out at this range. Max SA gauges springs forward with the drive rush. Solid trigger on the Toxic Blossom to pile on the damage. They gotta press here to take advantage of this drive deck. Looking to impress with this super. Closing it out with a super art finish. Nice and clean. There it is. They knew it'd be enough. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can...
comes a new challenger. You must crush them.
We're in for something special right here, right now.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Oh, whips. Lots of aggression from both sides. Player one has the life lead. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Player one is just about out of drive on them. Throws him down. Goes for a driver. They're looking to keep on the offensive for as long as possible. Player one in that dangerous burnout state. Shoots off a fireball up close. This is a real back and forth match we're seeing. They definitely know what the other is capable of. That drive impact is blocked. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Player one is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they stick it out? This is gonna be bad news. One shot is all both fighters need to close it. They're going for the super art. KO! Player two takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Are we going to see some fireworks here? Took him to the corner in a flash. Opts to continue the attack with the drive. Breaks the block with a throw. Still slugging it out at this range. Jones with the fireball. A quick breather. Grabs and throws him away. Drive rush to keep it going. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? He flicks it! That combo finishes it! Who could have guessed how that match would have turned out? Not me.
Round one.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Tries to bait him with the projectile. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Player one in that dangerous burnout state. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble here? Taking stock. Recovers from burnout. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Absorbs the attack and fires back. What a finish. Great read on the life gauge there. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? The jump-in is denied. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Medium kick hits. Both fighters planning something? Player one has a slight life lead that they may sit on. Backs them into the corner. Burnout activates. Player one in dire straits with burnout. The drive impact is denied. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Goes for the rush. Max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. Burnout dissipates. Links it. Throws them. What now? Checks with a medium. Burns out. Catches out the gauge right there. This is gonna kill. No doubt about it. What a finish! Player one was an absolute beast in that match. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Player one has the life lead. Goes for a drive rush. They're looking to keep on the offensive for as long as possible. Player two pushes the opponent into the corner. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble here? Player one is in burnout. Triggers the super and is looking to put this out of reach. Heading into the end game, this is a huge chance to make a steal. Player burnout! Expect a KO! Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Player 1 has the meter lead. Going in, backs them into the corner in a hurry. Breaks the block with a throw. A quick breather. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Risky up-close scrap still going. Throws a fireball. The drive impact is denied. Both of our combatants are cooking up something. They are absolutely drive rush to keep it going. The life remaining tells us we're halfway through this match. What'll happen here? Looking for a chance. Cross-up attack. Knockdown and checks with a medium. All in with a rush. Knocks off the tank and scores the win. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Dashes. Throws a fireball. Links it. Match just started. It's anyone's game. Super arts on deck for both fighters. There's a burnout. Player 1 has an empty. This is gonna hurt. Oh, combo. Don't burn out, but they may have a plan here. Both sides in burnout. Turning it right up with a super. Uh-oh. This could really tip the scales. This betting it all on the drive rush. Throws them. How long can this offensive assault continue? Player 2 is looking at a grim situation with burnout. Nice fireball. Drive rush. Player 1 is on the brink of disaster. Oh, here we go. Great job in escaping that corner pressure and moving back to center stage. Nothing stops this train. Links it.